Okay, this morning we're on the road doing a little traveling. We're going to do the Deschutes Trail here. The Deschutes Trail along the Deschutes River, and it goes up an old trail bed. And we're in eastern Oregon, kind of the middle eastern Oregon in the gorge area here, and we're going to do a little bit of up the rail bed. The rail bed goes up like 23 miles. And I'll probably do maybe 10 of it. Let's see how smooth it is. If it gets real rocky, I might not do that much, but that's the plan anyway. So now I'll unload my bike here. The way I do that on this rack is pretty simple. Take that one down. Then I just kind of balance this one here. Unclick that one. Balance the bike. It's kind of the reverse of putting it on. Put the front tire down first, and then lower the back, and the bike is down. Simple as that. And then fold my little arms here. Okay, let's go ride. Okay, testing some audio here, getting ready to do the trail. Got 190 miles on this bike now. We'll see what we have when we get done. Okay, this is the entrance to the 23-mile trail here. Horses by reservation. This is kind of a horse, mechanical horse. Okay, let's go. Okay, it's the entrance to the trail here, and goes up this canyon. And the Deschutes River's down that way. So we'll go around this gate here to keep vehicles out. And just some notifications about invasive plants and that kind of thing. Oh, that's neat here. Never seen that before. An air pump to pump up your tires. And tools, bike tools. Well, isn't that neat? Okay, let's go on down the trail. So far it's just a gravel road, but here it gets rocky in spots and a little less nice. But we'll see how it goes. Beautiful scenery up in here though this morning. The hills are starting to green up, which they do in the spring, and then they turn brown pretty fast, but get the nice spring green, the grasses. Nice view here of the river down there. And that's the campground there that you can stay at, $10 a night. And pretty empty, so we might stay overnight here. Depends on how long I do things here. But there's a road that goes way up in those mountains. I just never have been in this area though. I've lived in the Northwest all my life, but so it's kind of fun. Okay, onward. The trees are blooming even. Now here's a little test for you all. See if you can guess. What do you think that device is there? A couple of brushes on a post. Yeah, beautiful spot of the river here. There's kind of some rapids going down through. That'd be fun for kayakers and canoers. How I found this trail was I looked it up. There's a site called, I think it's Rails to Trails, about bike trails and hiking trails being converted from old railroad beds, but they're all over the United States. I didn't even know this one was here. So I think I'll kind of look that up as I go around the country this summer. And just so this little tip there. There's another hiking trail down there. Oh, that could be a cattle trail. Well, let's just roll on here, see what we can see. Lots of plants growing this morning because of the wet spring we had here, I guess. Got to watch out for goat heads. I haven't seen any yet, so I do have that flat out in my tire, so might help. And I've got a pump and some fix-a-flat stuff in my kit, so I would have a chance to get back. Apparently they moved the railroad tracks over on that side of the river and then abandoned this side. I'm not too sure why, but this reminds me of that movie I just watched recently. Had Marilyn Monroe in it, River of No Return. They went down a river like this and had all kinds of adventures. So something to check out. It's a good movie. Okay, onward. A beautiful area here, and welcome to hunt beyond this point. Well, I didn't bring my shotgun, but hey, I got one. And you're allowed to camp along this river too. I think they just say no campfires, I believe, but I read up on it. It was like you can camp along here, so it's 23 miles up and 23 miles back, so that'd be a long bike ride and a very long hike. So you definitely want to camp out, but be a neat little overnight or 2-night trip or something. Okay, let's see what we got over here. There's a piece of pipe. Culvert there. There's an emergency shelter for somebody there. Wow, beautiful sight. I'm loving it. So apparently here's a trail that goes down that way for hikers. It's kind of real narrow, but no bikes or horses down there, so they want the horses and the bikes up here. Well, let's go down here. Looks like maybe the road might be washed out a bit or something. I don't know what this sign's about. Oh, looks like a creek runs through here, and probably during heavy rains it would get pretty high here probably. But I think I can forge this creek. Woohoo! Pretty good going here, so let's speed this up a bit. Okay, let's slow her down a bit here. Some really good rapids down that way. Well, looks like you could hike all over these hills. Get your exercise. Okay, let's roll. First people I met on the road there. Get a view up here. Oh, very nice. That'd be a fun rapid ride. A lot of wildflowers blooming up here. I'm not too sure what those yellow ones are. I knew them at one time, and I don't know what the purple is either, but they're pretty anyway. Lots of flowers on each side of the little road here. Big old boulders came loose up there, came down. Didn't quite make it to the railroad track, so. Back there a little bit, I could swear I heard a rattlesnake. It says the rattlesnake's on here, but this time of year they come out and warm themselves in the sun. Looks like somebody's farming a field right there. No house, but must be somebody close by. Get a tractor in there. So let's go on down this hill here. Test out my brakes. Yeah, with that 15 pounds in my tires, that's helped a lot on this loose stuff. A little more grip and a little more cushy ride. You can stand up on the pedals like this too if you need to. Keep from beating your body. If you got good knees, mine are fair. Okay, back up the other side. Now this is the proverbial fork in the road. This one goes the high road up along those cliffs, and this one here looks like it takes a low road along the river. So I don't know if it goes through, but to go see the river a little closer, I'm going to take this one. I can always backtrack a bit. So here we go. Might just go down to a old farmstead here or something and not go through. I'm not too sure. Oh yeah, something here. There's actually a pit toilet here, so it's almost like a camping area for backpackers, but I don't think it connects. So I'll be turning around here and going back up that high road up there. Okay, back up the fork in the road here to the left, up by the cliffs. Like the original railroad tracks went up there, I believe. It's doing a pretty good grade here. Might not look like it on the camera, but it's fairly steep. The motor is helping pretty well. Pretty rocky area here. Take it slow. Okay, this connects back to the rail bed here, so we'll go along here. And that way back there looks like it must have been a part that caved in or something, so that's kind of the way that loop is around there. We'll go along here. Pretty good road. Few rocks, but nothing bad at all. Neat basalt cliffs here. Interesting how they form into like a crystal shape. Kind of an octagon or something like that. Nice and shady on this side. Be great in the summertime. Yeah, this morning it was like a little below freezing here, so I waited until about 10 o'clock to take off and got up in the 40s, so not too bad. Pretty good road here. So when they took out the railroad ties, I haven't seen any railroad ties yet. They smoothed it out pretty good and left some pretty smooth gravel. So let me put in a little bridge here. Must have washed out at one time, but yeah, it looks pretty safe. Made out of railroad ties. Oh yeah, it's quite a gully there, so you'll probably be anticipating it washing down through here on occasion. One thing to note up here, I'm 6 miles up the canyon here. There's no cell phone whatsoever. That's kind of be expected there, but some neat rapids down through there, and how the water has carved that rock down there during high water areas. Pretty neat. Just doing a little pedaling without the motor. Pretty easy to pedal, really. These big wide tires and a fairly smooth surface. Pretty easy to pedal. I've got the seat down more than I should, but this for comfort for getting off and on the bike, but not bad at all, really. So if my motor were to give out, I could pedal her back no problem. Especially it's not really hilly here. I think the maximum elevation gain on this trail was like 300 and some feet, so not a lot of up and down. Interesting rock formations up there on the cliff with the green hills. And then you got the railroad tracks going that way. I haven't seen a train yet. River down below, and then the hiking trail down there, and the old railroad bed up here. Neat area. Well, I'm just about halfway up, about 8 or 9 miles up, so I'm going to turn around here. Somebody's living up there. Neat rapids down there. Time I get back, I'll have about 17 miles. But it keeps on going up the river there for another about 10 miles. So fun to do someday. But I'm not in as good shape as I used to be. So I'll turn around here and head on back. Okay, this is the road. It looks like it goes down to the river there. So I think I'll check it out. See if we can get down a little closer to the river and take a peek. A little steep, but not bad at all. My brakes are starting to squeak a little bit. Still working good though. And I got a pit toilet down here for the hikers. Trying to stand out of that loose stuff there. Oops. Yeah. Let her roll. Okay. We're down by the river here. We'll go see what this plaque says over here. Oh, it's just about birds and fish. In memory of our grandfather, Dr. Paul Bailey, who loved the river and whom loved Laura, Mark, and Paul Fisher. Well, 1983. Well, that's pretty neat. A little monument to somebody. Well, we'll go up this way and see if we can see a little more of the river over here. This is part of the hiking trail for people. Let's roll on down here. Oh yeah, there's kind of a little beach area down here by the river. We'll check that out. A little rough going, but doable. There's even a little beach here. I think I might take a break here, have my protein bar, and watch the river. Yeah, that's the ticket. Okay, we're gonna have my protein bar here, a Kirkland one. They're not too bad. And take a walk down here by the river. Boy, this would be a neat place to camp right here. You could find enough flat area here to pitch a tent. Get your own little private beach. Be a fun river to float. It doesn't look like there's any extreme rapids, but pretty good ones. Oh, I got geese over here. Ah, I thought I heard some geese. I think I'm making them nervous. Yeah, I'll leave them alone. Plan to do some more bike riding on this 3 or 4 day RV trip we're doing here. And I think we're going to go south in Oregon here and stay on the eastern side, the dry side, because over on the coast it's kind of raining. So we usually have the sun here when it's doing that. There's my transportation, the Himiway. So far so good, getting real close to 200 miles on it. No problems yet, so I'm liking it. Okay. First train I seen coming down the other side of the tracks up there. He got his hands out anyway. It's a long one. Now, I didn't bring my drone along on this trip, but you can kind of simulate a drone effect with a long stick. So this is like a 10-foot pole here, and maybe 8 foot, somewhere in there. Anyway, so you can kind of fly along like you're a drone, fly over the bike, go out into the river, fly along the river a little bit, ooh, and then back up over this tree, ooh, and then back over the bike. Kind of a neat effect anyway. Yeah, I'll see if I can get back up this hill without skidding out here. A little pedal assist and try to stay away from the loose rocks. Nope, that's not working. I think I'm gonna have to walk it up. Yeah, it's too steep. Okay, this is kind of walking mode with the throttle. A little safer because the gravel here. That's loose gravel down there.
I just want to make sure you hadn't run out of power or something.
Yeah, my body did.
That's our excuse.
Yeah, those aren't electrics, are they?
No.
I think it's
We've
got those
been
big.
talking about it.
Yeah, I love this bike. Hey, you can go, 50 miles if you want, but too much for me at my age.
No, we're all headed that direction.
Yeah, you're gonna do the whole thing?
Well, just to the ranch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I went up about, close to 10 miles, 9 miles or something.
That looks like a really comfortable bike.
It is, yeah. It's got the front suspension anyway, nothing in the back. But got
It's
it.
got those big tires.
Yeah, the big tires.
Yeah.
And I take them down to like 15 pounds, so that gives you a little cushion.
Yeah. You don't need rear suspension.
Right,
You can go over anything.
right. It's enjoyable.
Well, have a good
You too. Have a good trip. Good morning. How you doing?